لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه وبعد. Yesterday we covered the chapter with regards to who should be the Imam and who should be leading the Salah. And today's chapter is Man la tasihhu imamatuhu, that who is it that's not permitted to lead the prayer. And in this case, knowing the fact that to lead the prayer or to be the Imam, it's one of the greatest responsibilities within the community a person can take. We said the fact that previously there were conditions to be met for a person to be chosen as an Imam, and those conditions, we mentioned them in the previous chapter. But we move on to this one. A person who understands the responsibility of leading, then know the fact that he should be chosen for as long as he does not have fisq within inside him. And a fasiq, or a person who commits fisq, is a person who comes out from the boundaries of Allah Azza wa Jal by doing a major sin. So if it's known the fact that the Imam is upon a major sin, then know the fact that he should not be appointed as an Imam. So it's a major sin. Anything other than shirk of a major sin, if the individual does have it, then he should not be appointed as a person of imamah. But fisq is of two types. There is a fisq of that which is amali, and there is a fisq of that which is i'tiqadi. We said the fact that if the person has fisq amali, where the person has committed a major sin, then he should not be appointed. And it could also mean, for example, he is an imam that goes to certain graves and asks of the people of the dead. If he accepts that and he does something like that, then we should not appoint him as imam. And if he is the imam, then we should not pray behind him. If it's known the fact that there are fisq al-i'tiqadi, then there is the issue with regards to his belief, where he has certain beliefs within inside him that he appoints it to be fine, and it goes against the sunnah and that which Allah Azza wa Jal has given to us. Then again, this is the likes of a person who has a belief, the fact that the dead can provide, for example. And if he goes with that belief, then again this person has fisq al-i'tiqadi. Or it be an individual who permits the likes of a'mal, that which contradict. For example, as we said, that Allah Azza wa Jal is a giver of everything, and Allah Azza wa Jal is a provider of everything. But if he believes that there is other than Allah to do that, then again these are issues with inside his belief. And this recalls me, I recall of a situation I once came across when I went to do Umrah, and this is in duration of my studies. And there was an Imam who was leading a group. And when he leads a group, and you know, if you've been to Mecca, people go in groups and huge numbers. And when he came to the Kaaba, instead of making dua or calling upon Allah, he said, Ya Haq Farid, Ya Ghawth. He said these words in front of the Kaaba. And we know the fact that this is a makan, a place of tawheed, that we don't call upon anyone but other than Allah. But when we approached him to say that what you said was incorrect, but it seemed as though that he was well brainwashed to understand the fact that this was not the case. So statements like these, a person who has fisq al-amali, the likes of he commits zina, or he steals, or he drinks, and the likes of these things, then he should not be appointed as imam. And if we know the fact that the person has major issues with his i'tiqad, where he commits shirk with Allah and so forth, then again this individual should be avoided and should not be prayed behind. The other, and this is based upon the ayah that Allah says in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu in ja'akum fasiqun binaba'in fatabayyanu. That a fasiq, if his khabar is not accepted, a fasiq whose news or that which information comes out from his mouth is not accepted except that we clarify the information, then how is the salah accepted behind such a person? So based upon this evidence. Other than that, an imam who calls to bid'ah, an imam who calls to innovations, adding into the deen of Allah, or an imam who calls to taking away from the deen of Allah, again these people should be avoided, for they come under the category of a fasiq. Inshallah, the chapter is long, and inshallah we'll stop at this point and we'll continue with it tomorrow. Wa sallallahu wa sallim ala nabiyyina Muhammad.